welcome to a live Shaw Sports presentation.
Warriors, masked men, sharpshooters. This is the WLA.
Good evening. Welcome to the Frank Crane Arena in Nanaimo. I'm Lorenzo Jensen. Happy Father's Day to all of you fellow fathers out there. Tonight's Western Lacrosse Association matchup is between the Victoria Shamrocks and the Nanaimo Timbermen. These are two teams that have a long history and a very strong rivalry to boot. A couple of highlights from tonight's game. We featured the leading scorer in the WLA is Corey Small for the Victoria Shamrocks. He's been a catalyst for the offense and a very big reason for the strong start for the Timbermen, who are 5-1-1 early in the season. For the Timbermen, Colton Clark will be relied on to generate some of the offense. 8 goals, 12 assists, 20 points overall. And Chase Fraser will be the spark plug and the grit and determination for the team. And in net, both teams boast very strong goaltending. Both have very strong tandems. For the Timbermen, Peter Dubinsky has been excellent in net with a scintillating .840 save percentage, and he'll be backed up by Mike DiGirolamo. And in net for the Shamrocks, we'll be seeing Cody Hagedorn, who's second in the league in save percentage and goals against, and they'll be looking to help push this team to an even better record at the start of this season. Well, at this point here, we'll get ready to take it upstairs to Dan and Jim, who will be giving us the play-by-play. Stand by. I think it might be a drizzly day outside here in Nanaimo, but things are about to heat up here inside the Frank Crane Arena.
The Western Lacrosse Association live from Nanaimo, the Victoria Shamrocks, the Nanaimo Timbermen, an all-island matchup. We're live on Shaw TV and PlayFullScreen.com. Dan Marshall and Jim Kipp here in the booth. Jim, the island rivalry, I think for these two teams is special, maybe even more special for Nanaimo, playing their big brothers from the south.
The tradition continues. It's interesting on the benches for both teams, the players that played for the Shamrocks and for the Timbermen on both sides. The love lost and the blood goes back a long time. They've always been exciting games. It is the bigger brother on the island. And it's like I say, the Shamrocks are one of the class acts of lacrosse, and the Timbermen always strive to catch up and play to their level. That's the thing I always like about it. The game last year we did was phenomenal, excellent game, and you've got a team trying this year for the Mann Cup again. Everybody's loading up, it's up here.
Well, the Shamrocks will always be in contention, and Nanaimo in the midst of a 5-team logjam in the standings, as Miles Kenny and Chase Fraser stand eyeball to eyeball, ready for the opening face-off of this lacrosse game. Miles Kenny one-time Timberman, Chase Fraser 4 points for Nanaimo, including 2 third-period goals on their win against Maple Ridge on Friday. Both teams played Friday. The Shamrocks a 12-12 tie against New Westminster, and Nanaimo's going to take the first possession, move up the offense here. Controlling it is Mickle. Moves the other way for Fraser into the corner for Ryan Lee. Lee from the outside. Jake Cullen's got the ball now. Cullen works into the corner, dumps in behind the goal. Timberman trying to get something set up, half a possession left to go here. On the run, a shot from Eastwood, misses the net, and the ball will bound free, taken by Yeager. Shamrocks are up and on the attack. Yeager's moving towards Dubinsky, a pass back for Burns, and a shot is stopped by Pete Dubinsky. Dubinsky and Hagedorn, the goaltending matchup here. Timberman in white, Shamrocks in green. Nanaimo running. Nate Wade, a former Victoria junior, has the ball. Moves it back to Benedict, but the ball goes right towards the Shamrock bench, and into it, it's Victoria ball.
Interesting, the bench was still open on that one, but there's no call on it because it was thrown off. Again, fast transitions, 2 quick ones.
Ray has the ball for the Shamrocks, moves it the other way. Jackson to the captain, Corey Small from the outside. Small loading, shot deflecting. Nanaimo's trying to recover the ball. Adam Jay will take over. Moves up the floor. No score. Over 1 minute in here to this lacrosse game. Jay will move it to the offense, and Nanaimo's going to come forward. John Phillips out of the lineup on Friday, back in for Nanaimo, the former Delta junior. Moving towards the front. Here's Phillips. Got the ball towards the nets. Taken and scooped up by Hagedorn. And here comes Priolo back the other way. Priolo 32, Triolo 14, so we'll try and keep those straight. Fagan on the ball now.
Yeah, Priolo's a St. Catharines boy, and Triolo is Mississauga.
Couple of good Ontario boys playing out west. Corey Small moves the ball across. There's a shot from Breber from distance, and Pete Dubinsky down, keeps the ball out. Breber, another one-time Nanaimo Timberman, as Dubinsky makes the pass ahead. Taylor Stewart back in the Nanaimo lineup today.
Good loose ball work on both teams. Nanaimo just lost the ball there on a bad pass. Victoria recovered. No, Nanaimo recovered.
Here's Fraser. He lost the ball, though. Chapman from the side. Swings it back to Ryan Lee. Lee from distance. Over to Fraser. Fraser tried to drive in, gets towards the crease, and I think he was in the crease before he got that shot on Hagedorn anyway, but a nice net drive from Chase Fraser.
Interesting, they're pushing the ball to the net again. That's good to see. You know, when Victoria gets the ball, Corey Small, I think there's a holding penalty on Victoria there.
Harnett's tough for him to handle. Nanaimo's Chase Fraser.
That's a good start for Nanaimo. If they could get a power play goal here, it'd be nice to see. And of course, on the Victoria side, you got Corey Small. He's ahead in points, assists, goals. Phenomenal player.
38 points already and 6 in that game against New West on Friday.
Half the team's goals, or half the team's points.
Unbelievable. Eastwood on this Nanaimo power play. Back lead. He missed with that wicked shot. Rebound goes free to Fraser. Fraser from the outside. Ryan Lee loading. Back to Fraser. Fraser took a low shot. Good save by Hagedorn. He's got the loose ball as well. Looks for the long outlet. Man off the bench, and it's on the money for Corey Small. Ball right to come here for Small and the Shamrocks. Triolo cutting through as Small's being whacked at by Mason Pinn, who's the first star in the Nanaimo's win on Friday against Maple Ridge. Ray's on the ball now, working towards the corner, double team on him. Ray continues to control, swings it to the net front. Ball bounces free to the corner. Ems is there for Nanaimo, takes the ball. Triolo trying to catch him, and Nanaimo with 1:07 left of power play time. No score, 3 minutes in, and the Timbermen bring up the offense.
Nanaimo really has to move the ball on this power play. You're not going to get one pass and a shot on this team and get an extra. You get a real good shooting chance.
Ryan Lee, right from the middle to Fraser. Scores! Chase Fraser, and that was a nice ball movement.
That one. They just did that in the previous play, and I guess Chase must have saw something, and obviously they set that up. But I like to see the ball move in the power play, so that's a nice lead for Nanaimo, and only took them just over a minute to score that on that power play. Arnett's not going to be impressed in that, and might take him off some of his game for the rest of it, for a little bit. Here we go on the replay. Ryan Lee took over to Chase Fraser. There was some side there to see Fraser had a good look at. Here it is again here.
Tricky release point on that shot, too.
Nice over the
low
shoulder.
sidearm there.
Nice over the shoulder pass, too, to set up a good shooting.
3:15 in, then I'm on the power play, 1-0. Chase Fraser with the goal set up by Lee as Mickle controls the ball. Mickle to Chapman. Chapman passes the ball off for Benedict. Benedict moves the other way. Mickle. Now Jake Cullen, Victoria Junior product. Moves the ball to the corner. There's a feed across the floor. Benedict and Lee both going for it in the corner. Ball picked up by Lee. 6 seconds for Lee. Looking, passing to the front for Cullen, just out of his reach. Still 3 seconds if Mickle can get a shot. He does. Reset chance. Mickle after the loose ball. The Shamrocks will take it instead. And running well out of his own territory is Dallas Wade.
Good ball movement there by Nanaimo, and good defensive. They've been pushing hard, 2-man on the 1-man cutting to the net from Victoria.
Fagan has the ball. Moves it the other side. Corey Small from distance. Flips it to the front. Dubinsky gets a piece, and he's going to corral. And Nanaimo looking forward in this 1-0 lead thanks to Fraser's power play goal.
There, Corey Small with a little fake shot, flip pass, trying to get it through.
Almost connected. Here's Phillips for Nanaimo to Fraser, the goal scorer. Fraser's turning. Fraser up top to Benedict. Moves it across for Mickle, in below the goal. Pass to the front for Fraser, scores again! Chase Fraser's got 2.
Nice ball movement there from Nanaimo with a Mickle who put the ball behind the net, and they played the nice cutter from the far side. Actually froze the Victoria defense looking at it. And I might see the replay come up here. Here we go. Man behind, offside cutter. Excellent. You see the pass deep from the far side. Nice bounce shot. Excellent play by Nanaimo.
Absolute beauty by Chase Fraser. Has both of Nanaimo's goals at 3:15 and 4:33. We talked about how snake-bit he was, Jim, early on Friday, and he just shot his way out of it, ended up with 4 points by the end of the night.
Well, I remember we said that. They got to shoot. The shooters have to shoot and feel that ball go in. That changes things totally.
Here's Nanaimo on the ball again. Goes back up top to Phillips. Winding, passing to Ryan Lee from the outside. Shoots, just missed with that. Rebound into Phillips. Nanaimo looking good early here, up 2-0. 5 on the 30 for John Phillips. Winding, shooting into Hagedorn, makes the stop. Looks for the outlet.
Good ball movement, good body movement there. And Victoria did keep Nanaimo outside the dot at that time and forced him a late shot.
Corey Small moving up the offense. Plays it to the wall for Casey Jackson. Had 5 points against the Bellies on Sunday. Shoots and scores. Jackson from the outside, and it's 2-1.
Nice outside shot to the screen. Again, Victoria, you know they're going to keep coming at you. But again, Nanaimo had a 2-goal run here. We had a missed it, it was 2 games ago. And it was working now. Of course, Victoria just come back to 1.
Casey Jackson was in Nanaimo Timbermen on paper for a while.
Here's the replay here. Yeah, nice pick deep. Ball moves out. Oh, we didn't get to see a shot on that one. Here it comes again. Oh, it's a face-off.
For those
ball.
watching on Shaw TV, we have the benefit of replay here. For those watching on playfullscreen.com, our apologies. We don't have replay capabilities here tonight. We're doing double duty of this lacrosse game. Led 2-1 now by Nanaimo, but Jackson putting Victoria on the board. Here's a steal by Chapman running the floor for Nanaimo. Chapman on his way to the net. He's got Stewart other side. Stewart shoots. Hagedorn the stop, and he makes sure he doesn't let that ball out. It's still 2-1.
3-on-2. Nanaimo's pushing the ball up the floor well.
Triolo trots back up for the Shamrocks. Right-hander looking towards the front now. Triolo trying to get by the Nanaimo defense. Back up top to Corey Small. Moves the other way for Jackson. On the move. Jackson shooting. And Dubinsky had to close his body up to stop that shot. And Casey Jackson shooting well early in the game.
Off a screen, too. He was looking around his player there, reached out with a stick. That's tough for the goalie to see sometimes.
John Phillips for the Timbermen. Coming up towards the net front, moves the ball to the middle. He's got Eastwood. Eastwood for Phillips from the outside, moves it to the middle for Benedict. Benedict waiting, passing it off, ball deflected away. Chance for a Victoria steal. Yeager's got the ball, and he's gonna cut him out of his own end. Makes the pass now towards Northway. Northway's feed was intercepted, and the Nanaimo brings the ball back, leading the way the captain, Brody Eastwood. Eastwood's gonna wait for the offense to come up and join him. Eastwood drops it back to Benedict. Over to Lee now to Fraser, and Nanaimo's going to get called. Too many players on the floor there. Victoria possession.
Yeah, a bit of a bench mix up there. Extra man came on late too.
Miles Kenny. Fagan now. Fagan up top for Ray. To the middle for Jackson. Jackson against the wall. Corey Small. Small for Fagan. Shoots. Dubinsky closes down, making that save, and Nanaimo's going to bring the offense back. The guy with the hat trick on Friday, Mason Pinn, takes the ball.
Again, Victoria shooting over the screen. Eh? They're setting that up a lot tonight. And nice bounce shots down low.
Dubinsky did well there. Nanaimo's 2-goal man, Fraser, across for Jake Cullen. Cullen on the move, forced back. Puts it up top to Phillips. Phillips goes to the other side. Now the ball's back to Cullen again with a high shot, but too high. Loose ball in front for Mickle. Tried to scoop it. Mickle walks in. Great save. Rebound. Chesley score. John Phillips.
Excellent play by Nanaimo there. Hustle on the ball. A bit of a loose ball scramble. Nanaimo come up with it. Took a shot. Hagedorn made the save, but the rebound into the open net was a beautiful play by Nanaimo. Puts him up 3-1.
Mickle did well to recover that ball, but it was Phillips that gets the goal, and Hagedorn was able to keep the first one out, but he didn't quite know where the rebound was when Phillips had it pop right out to him on the side.
Hagedorn didn't know where that went, absolutely didn't know, and a tough one. I think it hit him and then stalled on his body.
It was one of those saves where you're not reacting, you're just in good position, then you can't quite follow it on. Timberman lead is back to 2. Delayed call against Nanaimo here for a knockdown on the wall. Yeager's shaken up, and he banged his stick against the wall. 6-on-5 Shamrocks. Ray leads the way. Puts it back to the middle for Jackson, walking in, put it down low, quick stick chance, and a good save off Higgs by Dubinsky, slashing the call against the Timbermen Victoria power play.
Yeah, he was on the boards after the ball left the play too, and that's a long way from your goal in a defensive play when the other team has the ball. Not a good penalty to take, especially you just took a 2-goal lead on a good, excellent effort.
And it won't take long. We're 11:58 in, 3-1. Timbermen in the lead, 11:58 left on the clock, I should say, in the first. But these teams do not like each other, and it won't take long to see more of that.
There'll be more of those little interactions throughout the game. Here's Corey Small starting with the ball.
How many guys you'd rather have in that position at the quarterback? Small, Fagan, Small, puts it off. Jackson, loading, Small again to the crease. Quick stick chance, but missing was Triolo on that high rebound of the rafters. It's going to be in the Nanaimo ball. And you can see Victoria, those men at the crease, excellent shooters, but just not quite there from Triolo.
And the Nanaimo's power play was stretched out there, or short man was stretched out there too, pushed them outside the dotted line.
Stewart to Fraser.
In and out will work here.
Fraser looking. Hard pass, a little bit too hard. McCullough with a knockdown, then I was going to get the ball back.
And a turnover there. Ben McCullough, of course, pushing into the ball. He's always on top of you. He's a hard-working, nasty little player. You'd love to have him on your team. Hate to play against him.
McCullough, nice knockdown on Brody Eastwood there. He'll take the knockdown. Timberman will take the ball. Nanaimo from the corner, setting up on the ball rag here. 1:15 remaining in Mickle's minor penalty. John Phillips trying to work away from Priolo. Size advantage for Priolo, but a knockdown. It is going to be Victoria ball, and the Timbermen will take, getting off the floor for the defense to come out and meet this Victoria Shamrock man advantage.
Good short man work in the defensive zone.
Fagan to Small. Jackson down low, Higgs. Jackson again. Other side, Fagan with a shot. Off the pipe for sure. May have grazed Dubinsky as well as the ball comes back down towards center. Small and Chapman. Taken away by Small to Fagan, works towards center. Fagan looks across the floor. Hits the trailer, Corey Small. Small loading and passing it off. Fagan shooting, deflected away. Nanaimo gets the ball. In transition, leading the way up the floor, Chapman comes along with Wade, and Chapman takes the ball. Wade wants to scamper off. He might have had a lane to the net there, though.
Yeah, it was a quick change by Victoria. Excellent play, though, to get your man on the floor fast.
Nanaimo continues to control in the offensive end.
10 seconds and 6 seconds in the penalty.
Benedict's in a one-on-one. He passes out of that. Good kill by Nanaimo. Cunningham on the ball. Cunningham waits, dumps to the corner. Goes up top to Mickle, out of the box. 5-on-5 again. 3-1 Nanaimo, more than halfway through the first. Timberman ball, Cullen. Puts it to the other side. Lee dumps it off. Cunningham looking. Cunningham tries to penetrate. Cunningham tried to dunk it over the top. Ball bounces towards the glass, and the Shamrocks will get it back with Harnett.
Nanaimo's been going high shots on Hagendorn, and they've been going low bouncers on Dubinsky. Interesting choice of shots here.
Higgs for the Shamrocks. To Corey Small. Small to the middle. Breber moves it in for Ray. Ray forced back, moves it to Small. Small to Higgs. Higgs scampering around, looking for space. Has Ray other side, trying to move in. Puts it back up top. There's Breber with a drive, and the ball in behind Dubinsky. Shot clock winds down, the Nanaimo possession.
Again, good Victoria ball movement, pressing the Nanaimo, making their defense work from side to side. But Nanaimo still got that 2-goal lead.
John Phillips on the run, lane to the net. Phillips in, great stop. Hagedorn on a nice run by John Phillips. Had the room.
Yeah, he had a nice cut to the net there. They want to stick to the program and moving the ball, though. It's good to move your feet too, but it's good to move that ball.
Fagan is in control, moves it back to Breber. Breber to Priolo up top. Priolo with a shot. Good kick save by Dubinsky. And a holding call coming, I think, against Nanaimo here.
Yeah, it was an interesting one. It was just a man rolling out of the corner, and don't know if the guy gets a bit tired on the end of a shift. But that's a tough one to get in there, especially when the man did not have the ball. It was a hold off the ball.
Nanaimo just had an excellent penalty kill last time out. But now it's Nate Wade in the box, 3-1, Nanaimo in front. Clock running, Corey Small passes the ball off. Jackson, he has the Victoria goal. Fagan moving up. Back to Small, winding, shooting, and Dubinsky got his arm up. Nanaimo's got the ball. Braden narrowly staying out of the crease there. Now he's pushed into his own crease, and that's going to be a holding call against the Shamrocks.
Interesting here. Did you see Triolo set up that play? He come from his side and sealed off the man, and then pushes him away, and Corey Small gets to come in for the shot from the top, and it's in front of a screen too. Nanaimo has to pick up on that because it's hard. You get sealed off. The guy just pushes you off, and you're back to your shooter. Tons of room.
Triolo's got such a big body too. He can really impose his will that way. 4-on-4 ball right now. 8 minutes to go in the first. 3-1 Nanaimo. Timberman trying to control with Lee, who's knocked down, puts it across, intending for Eastwood. Eastwood to the net. Hagedorn stopped his shot. The goalie grabbed the rebound, got it to Yeager, and the Shamrocks will come back. Priolo to Corey Small. Partial break. Great save, Dubinsky on Corey Small. Rebound goes to the wall. Shamrocks get it back.
Small going in, double time, double fake. Nice save.
Dubinsky doing very well to keep that ball out. 7:30 to go, first period. Triolo to Corey Small, who was just robbed by Pete Dubinsky. Shots 11-10 in Victoria's favor. Their Small outside shot goes high, bounces back, and the Nanaimo's going to bring it up. Jay, nice pass. Fraser, great save made by Hagedorn on Chase Fraser. Got lots on that shot.
Good ball movement. Both teams fast up the floor. They're pressing the ball every chance they get.
4-on-4 for 37 more seconds. Triolo for the Shamrocks. Lobs it back to Small. Small moving up. Against the wall to Casey Jackson. Jackson looking. Feeds the front. Small in. Dubinsky, another big save, and he hangs onto that ball.
There's a nice play there, too. Corey Small looked like he was going for a pick and then cut to the net.
Stewart controlling for Nanaimo. Makes a move. Pass to the front. There's a good shot by Lee. He was off balance, but he got it on net.
Yeah, he didn't quite get it in his stick at that time. Really set for a shot.
Burns back for Victoria. Feeds the cutter. Great save again. Dubinsky on a sprawling Jackson.
Hit from behind Nanaimo. A bit late, but it was a play he had to make, I think.
Jackson still did well to get that shot away, and Dubinsky making the stop. Looks like a back check there. And Timbermen are going to be down a man here briefly to be 4-on-3. Kyle Dexter taking the call there as Nanaimo with 2 guys in the box for just 2 seconds. Then we'll play some brief 4-on-4, and then Shamrocks to the power play again.
Yeah, here comes the Nanaimo player out now, 4-on-4 in 14 seconds. A penalty up for the Shamrocks.
Jackson looking. Small. Bounce pass to Fagan. Fagan moving up. Shoots and scores. He ripped that short side. What a shot by Fagan.
Yeah, just off the knee pad and the glove there. Nice shot. He saw a spot and picked it.
Tremendous shot there, Dubinsky.
Still gives them the
couldn't read it.
2 seconds later, and the penalty would have been up, and that 140 seconds there, or a minute and 40 seconds would have been off the clock.
Very timely goal.
Yeah.
As Caleb Toth and the Timbermen look for a regroup here.
Puts them within 1. 6 minutes, 11 seconds left. First period.
Kenny against Fraser on the face-off. McCullough able to scoop the ball for Victoria. Now they're on the power play. Higgs out onto the floor into the play. Corey Small. 6 to go in the first. 3-2 Nanaimo. Casey Jackson moving up slowly to Fagan, who just made it 3-2. Back to Small. Moves the ball across to Jackson. Jackson looking. Feeds the front. Triolo. Jackson. Wicked shot, but he missed with it, and the ball will bound inside the Nanaimo bench.
Little bounce, little skip shot there. Half sidearm. Oh.
Dangerous ball. Dubinsky towards Cunningham. Cunningham couldn't take it, but he could have been drilled there in heavy traffic.
Yeah, that's one of them suicide balls coming to you, but he tried to play it.
Small moves up again. Jackson. Higgs comes on to join him. Small. Triolo. Up top to Fagan again. Fagan. Small. Fagan. Shoot, scores! Fagan's got 2 from the same spot, but this time he went right through Pete Dubinsky.
Went through the legs on that one again. They've seen that slide to the side, and Corey Small, of course, he has to watch Small with the ball, and he just does enough to freeze him and then move the ball, and Fagan gets a reasonably fast shot away. Here's a replay here on it. Corey Small, little fake, Fagan down low, Nice bounce shot. Davinsky's stick looked like it was pulled up, right?
I think he thought that Fagan wasn't necessarily going to get that through. Brandon Smith acted as I think is a bit of a screen there. But it's a 3-3 game. Victoria scoring in the 4-on-4 and then scoring on the 5-on-4 power play after that.
Yeah, that 2-second shot by Fagan is an extra goal, right?
Big difference maker.
Good game. Close. Both teams moving the ball well, moving their feet.
Ray on the ball for the Shamrocks. Moves it back to Corey Small. Wicked shot into Dubinsky, and he hangs on to it. Shamrocks starting to heat up here thanks to those back-to-back goals. We're even at 3.
Small shooting from a long way out there. He must see something.
Well, he has a green light, pardon the pun,
Yeah.
anytime that he wants to do that.
Yeah, he does.
Cullen for the Timbermen. From the outside, puts it across the floor, misses Cunningham. Benedict can't take it. Fraser does over the shoulder. That one barely stayed out as Fraser rifled that. Cunningham slashes Hagedorn, and he's going to get called. And
Hagedorn hacked him a little bit, and he did the little slash on the pad, made a lot of noise. Pepper really didn't see it from the other side, but he called it. That's a bad penalty that far when you're not even chasing the ball.
Caleb Toth will not be happy.
No.
The earlier call, Mickle on Jaeger, and now that one is a shot from Fagan from the outside. Didn't quite find the mark.
Yeah, I wonder why they called it a shot. Didn't really hit, did it?
Didn't think that it did, but 4:01 remaining in the first period.
Good to get that
16,
over
12
and
shots.
Get that going. 4 minutes, 3-3. The penalties are going to make a difference here. Both teams have to be smart.
We got a second look. Hagedorn in the mix-up there with Cunningham, but it's Cunningham that gets 2 minutes for the last whack at the Victoria goalie. Shamrocks on the ball on the power play. Fagan, he's got the hot hand. Small puts it up to Jackson and back to Small. Waiting. Small. Winding, passing. Jackson shoots. Dubinsky to save. Rebound. The Nanaimo's trying to scoop it. And they do. Penalty call coming against the Shamrocks, and Chapman takes the ball away.
Bit of a hold, I'd say.
Chapman to the net. Right in on goal. Chapman faking. And Hagedorn standing tall to keep the ball out, but a nice run by Chapman.
He almost got his left hand over top of his shoulder. I noticed that hit the post. I couldn't quite see it from behind, from where we're at our angle. But holding Higgsy, that's his second penalty.
Higgs goes to the box.
Oh yeah, there you go. Had he got his stick underneath his arm, pulled him down.
Easy call for the official there. The push down, and Nanaimo's going to be in a 4-on-4 situation with 3:33 remaining here in the first. Lots of extra room. Ball across for Brody Eastwood, puts it behind the goal. Now a feed up top. Trying to move around is Ryan Lee for space. Pass for Cullen just out of his reach. Cullen follows onto the corner, but Priolo got a stick in. Hagedorn, the netminder, will play it. 4-on-4. 1:09 left in that. Clock ticking down towards 3 minutes in this first period. Even lacrosse between these two island rivals. Jackson to the corner for Small. Corey Small looking up top. Triolo, a bomb and a big save. Dubinsky kicked it out. Nanaimo's transitioning now. Ball knocked away, and the stick knocked out from Dexter, but he wins the ball back and his stick. Dexter to Benedict.
Been a few lost sticks today.
Benedict on the run. Moves up the Nanaimo offense. Mickle to John Phillips. Phillips winding, trying to cut through. Phillips still hanging on. Draws a double team. Mickle's got it now. 3 seconds on the 30. Fraser shoots one wide, hoping for a rebound to Phillips. Phillips read that well, but then he's knocked down at the end of the play by Miles Kenny, and it's going to be a Victoria ball. Ball brought ahead now. Ribber looks up at the clock. Still a brief 4-on-4 session here. Cunningham getting set to return. Shamrocks will wisely rag the ball here. Corey Small directing traffic. Cunningham's back on the floor. Cunningham's going to go towards Small, and now it's Dallas Wade other side. Small waits. Banks it back to Wade. 14 on the penalty clock here against Higgs. Wade continues to control. Puts it across now to Corey Small. Backs up towards the glass.
Very patient right now, aren't they? Here's the 1
Both
second
teams
on the
are.
clock. Yep.
Now the shot clock will continue, and Small moves towards the net. Higgs is the last man on, and now Fagan moving towards the side. Right-hander loads up, puts it back to Higgs. Higgs lost the ball, still loose on the floor. Breber tried to recover it. Higgs trying to get it back again. Higgs charging towards the front. Ball knocked away, and here's Braden for the Timbermen as he gets up the floor. Play whistle down, and it's going to be Shamrock ball.
Interesting there, Higgs ran into the guy after he had lost the ball, and the guy didn't know and give him a shot, and the referee made the call. It's good call by the ref. Good play by Higgs to get the ball back for Victoria.
18-13, the Shamrocks have outshot Nanaimo, and they've taken the game over since the Timbermen went up 3-1. The Shamrocks have been the better team here. But Pete Dubensky's been strong in net, stopping 15 of 18. From the outside, Jackson. Jackson to Small. Small for Triolo. Triolo trying to post up on the defense, puts it across the floor. Higgs with a shot, misses with that. Rebound back towards center court. That will pretty much do it for the 30 as Hagedorn comes out.
50 seconds on the clock.
Shot clock winds down, and this will be Nanaimo ball. They're going to bring out the offensive unit as the ball comes right into the stick of Jake Cullen. Cullen moving towards the net front. Cullen puts it back to Benedict. Over to Ryan Lee. Lee to the front. Chance in Titan. Trying to go over the top with the shot from the middle of the floor there was Nanaimo's Eastwood. Ball goes back towards Ryan Lee. Lee looking, passing, but way too high for Fraser, and Lee checks his stick as that ball goes out of play.
20 seconds for Victoria here in the last possession of this period.
Hagedorn sprints towards the bench. They'll go 6-on-5.
Nanaimo better man up here real fast.
Corey Small's the late man, and he's got the ball.
They'll wait for about the 2-second mark here before there's a shot.
Small,
right
Jackson shooting one. Couldn't find the mark with that, and the first period ends in a 3-3 tie.
Well, there you go. In the first 7 minutes of the game, Nanaimo was up that 3-1, and then there was a lapse from the third Nanaimo goal at the 7-minute mark to 13:49 when Victoria got the power plays, and a minute later another power play.
So we're here with Victoria Shamrocks head coach Bob Hayes, and Bob, 3-3 after one. Is this kind of the way that you figured this game would start?
I think so. Nanaimo. I think Nanaimo's really feeling good about their game. They had a big win the other night, so I knew they were going to come up with energy in that first 10 minutes. They definitely showed that, and I think the emotions and some of the penalties got to them, and then we took full advantage on our power play with that. So they got the first 10, we got the last 10, which is fine. We had a little bit of bus legs today, so we'll attribute that to a slow start for us. So, but nice to see we battle back to 3-all.
Josh Fagan with just 9 minutes or so left. He in the first period he hits the post, and then a few minutes later he reels off 2 goals just over a minute. Tell us about his game tonight. Well,
Josh is really a D guy for us, and we're a little short-handed, so we chucked him up last game to. It's some power play time, and he got a couple of big goals for us against New West. So tonight we're short-handed without Dutchie and Wardle and a few other guys here. So he's playing a full offensive role tonight, and he's got a wicked shot. So we're seeing that tonight. We just know they're going to start keying on him, so he's got to distribute it a little bit better when we get through the second and third. But all's good for him for sure.
The league leading Corey Small, just. Maybe a couple of words about him. I know he had a couple of great chances so far. You got to think it's only a matter of time before he busts loose.
Yeah, without all of our stars in the lineup, everybody will key on Smallsy, so it's tougher for him. So if I can get the contributions of a Fagan and a few other guys, then all of a sudden give Smallsy a little bit of room. So, but he's he's good. We don't need Smallsy to score 10 points a night for us. He's going to contribute in other ways, and he'll get a couple tonight for sure.
One last question. Your team leads the league in goals average per game at 10. What do you think has contributed mostly to the successful start of the offense?
I think we're very opportune when we get our goals. Everybody's contributing, from different nights. We've had some young kids who've had some big nights for us, and then Dutchie and Smallsy and that they come up with some big nights as well. So everybody is doing by committee right now.
That's Coach Bob Hayes with the Victoria Shamrocks here in a 3-3 draw at the Frank Crane Arena. We'll be back with some game recap after this.
Here we are with the replays for tonight's game. Been some interesting plays, lots of good ball movement by both teams. Here's the first Nanaimo goal. It's Chase Fraser. Comes across nice. They must have seen something on the shot before that. because Ryan Lee gets the ball back, sets it up, nice over-the-shoulder flick, and Chase puts it in, a nice bounce shot low, hard for the goalie to stop. Here's the second one that comes in from behind the net, and again, Nanaimo moved the ball to the far left side and put the ball behind the net, made the defenders turn, and excellent shot from the right-hand shooter. Here that is again coming from behind the net. Boom. Hagedorn didn't have, he had to set up and get set because he was worried about the ball coming from behind the net, maybe even off his back on that one. Here's the next goal of Victoria. I think it's Casey Jackson's goal. A nice outside bounce shot. And again, Victoria's been using a lot of screens in Nanaimo. Nanaimo has to watch that they're not getting caught in the screen. Here's the off the post shot. Nanaimo's third goal, John Phillips. Oh, the goalie didn't have much of a chance on that at all. There it is, a good quick return. Takes the ball to the net, it bounces off. Hagedorn didn't know where it was, and boom, it was in the net. Good play by Phillips. I guess, yeah, here it is there, the bounce. And you can see the goalie stalled. He really didn't know where his rebound. A lot of times with Victoria or any goalie, they can't move. And here was a shot by Josh Fagan on the power play at 13:46. Fagan had taken a shot before this, he's seen it. Corey Small fakes a shot. Fagan takes it, a nice shot, went in between the legs. Sorry, the first one was a bounce shot. The second one was in between the legs, and those two power play goals within a minute of each other put the game at a tie. And Victoria really took that last part of that period over.
They certainly did. They kind of seemed to take the wind out of the sails there, but we've got more action coming up. I appreciate the recap there, Jim. And we're going to head upstairs and get the play-by-play going.
Excellent game. Good to see. Tie game. Good for
Ryan
them.
Lee from the outside.
Thank you.
Plays it across. We're back live here on Shaw Television. Live as well on playfullscreen.com. 3-3 opening up period number 2. 20 seconds in, Nanaimo with a steal of the ball and a chance to bring out their offense. Timbermen controlling Ryan Lee, last year's Rookie of the Year in the league. Fraser from the outside, 2 of Nanaimo's 3 goals. Fraser loading, shooting. Hagedorn a kick save there, and looks like a delayed call for a hold against the Shamrocks. 37 seconds into the period, and the Nanaimo Timbermen, the Victoria Shamrocks, in a 3-3 tie. And Jim Kipp, Nanaimo getting another chance on the power play. McCullough into the box, really arguing that call, but this has been a game where discipline has not been a big part of it so far. Both teams have, I think, let the emotion get the better of them.
It's interesting. It's not really, the penalties aren't vicious or anything. There are a lot of small calls. Even there on Ben, he's playing the drama on it, but he was just pushing the man.
Cunningham from the side of the net. Fraser as well, but taken away by Priolo. The big man moving ahead. Nice pass for Burns. On the run towards Dubinsky. Burns cutting in. Fraser tried to take him out. He got a good push on him, but it was Fraser who went down there. Burns continues to control the ball. Shamrocks ragging the ball in this situation. Triolo back inside the line. Triolo draws the double team, tries to swim out of it. Jarrett Smith wouldn't let him pass to the front, though a chance in tight. Dubinsky sprawling. What a stop he just made in front on Paul Breber.
Good play by Nanaimo's goaltender there, and you know, Triolo did a good job there. He can push the 2 men to draw a penalty, and if not, he unloaded the ball nice to the sneaky Victoria guy at the crease.
Great stop off Breber by Dubinsky. Nanaimo ball, setting up the power play with 1 minute left in it. Up top, it's Ryan Lee. Lee gets it back. Shooting, scores! Ryan Lee from the outside. Power play goal, 4-3 Timbermen.
That's nice to see. A good execution on the shot there. Like we said, Ryan's sophomore year here, and we're wondering how his stick's going to work. And then at the end of the last game, it started shooting well, and now tonight, he's put a couple good shots on the net.
Isn't that the way it always is? That your goalie makes a remarkable save at one end. It allows the power play to regroup, and Nanaimo's up 4-3 instead of Victoria. Great outside shot from Ryan Lee.
Again, Nanaimo shooting down low here. That's nice. As I said in the first period, they're kind of shooting high, trying to get him over top of Hagedorn. Here they're shooting outside low shots. That's nice to see.
Without Colton Clark in the lineup, Nanaimo really needs Lee's outside shot because Clark's one of those guys with a big outside shot that's missing here today.
Well, that outside shot and then the ability to move the ball, so you have the team has the fear of the shot and the pass.
Timbermen have not yet trailed in the game. They lead by 1. Benedict running to the net, pass off Ems, and that was kept out by Hagedorn. It's going to be Victoria ball. Cullen was spilled in front as well. Archdeacon comes back the other way for Victoria. Moves the ball forward. Onto it, Corey Small. Small looking, passing across the floor. Triolo makes a move, tried to swim away from Stewart. Now a low shot, and Breber underhand goal. He was robbed moments ago by Dubinsky, but he gets him back. It's 4-4.
Well, there Triolo had to make an interesting pass, and I think Nanaimo hooked his stick, so when he went to make that little flick back to Breber, the ball went down. Breber picked it up nice with his stick and flicked it in the net. Got to give it a hand skill. There's the little flick pass. It went down low, and Breber had to pick it and rattle it in his stick. Made a nice play. Skill set. Good skill set.
Breber won, Dubinsky won in the last couple of sequences. What a sneaky shot by Breber.
Beautiful shot. That's lacrosse at its finest right there.
4-4 game. Chase Fraser gets the ball for the Timbermen off the faceoff. Nanaimo controlling. Brandon Smith drops it off.
Nanaimo's done well in the faceoff possessions.
Very even in that regard between Kenny and Fraser so far. Fraser's had a great year in the circle, though. Here's a pass to the front towards Eastwood, getting in tight, and his shot goes through Hagedorn and in. Goalie thought he had it, but Nanaimo has a 5-4 lead.
Interesting. I think that stuck between his thumb and his goal stick shaft, right down through the pads. It'll be an interesting one to see how this comes out.
He thought he had it. He wasn't sure.
Well, such an angle.
Very tough angle on that opportunity.
Yeah, we couldn't quite see because of the ref there, but exactly what it did. I think it cut through his pads. Look at that, yeah, right through his pads and his legs, and he didn't want to move. He thought he was squeezing it. Nanaimo won the faceoff. No, lost possession. Harnett got the ball.
Had it, lost it. Shamrocks have it with Harnett, but Nanaimo's going to get the ball back now.
Oh, Miles Kenny got robbed on that one. The Nanaimo player was pushing Miles Kenny, and he got the call on the interference.
5-4 Timbermen. Eastwood with that tricky shot from in tight to the net. Now here's Ryan Lee from the outside, scores! What a shot in the top corner, and it's 6-4.
Nice shot off a bit of a screen. One Shamrock, one Timberman in front of him. Look at Victoria, they look a little dejected here. That's not like the Shamrocks. They got their sticks down, kind of walking back. Here's the replay on that too.
Jim, how many times did we see that shot last year? Just nice. Rifled from the outside right in the top corner.
Nice skip shot too, I think. When did it bounce? Just a slight bounce?
Did he ever wire it?
Yeah. Oh, nice shot.
Talk to me about coming back to the Timbermen, about being a small guy but shooting from the outside, and he's just had to adapt his game. And also having to adapt his game.
Nicky Patterson's going in. They're pulling Hagedorn. Nicky Patterson's going in. Nick plays for the senior B team in Nanaimo for years and was a Victoria Shamrock. Played a number of years in the pro league. Came up to play for the Nanaimo intermediate team years ago.
Longtime Maple Ridge goalie as well, way back in the day.
And then Burnaby goalie with the Minto
juniors,
Cup
back in the early 2000s.
Victoria didn't keep him, and he went to Burnaby, and he lit up Victoria.
Senior B Timbermen really need him right now. It hasn't been the start to the year they wanted, but Patterson, an excellent goaltender. In relief here, 6-4, Nanaimo up by 2. Here's Ems. Ems from the outside. Passes the ball off. Cullen moving down towards the corner. Cullen puts it across for Ryan Lee. Lee loading up, puts it across. Quick stick. Oh, a great stop by Patterson there on the quick stick on a cross-floor pass.
Yeah, your first shot. Oh,
bit of a miscue. You come into the game a little bit cold.
I think Miles Kenny or Triolo got the ball.
First pass missed, but heads up work by Triolo to grab that ball.
It's a nice stride of a 6'5".
Goalie change coming. Patterson's going out. Hagedorn's coming back in.
That's interesting. Give him a bit of a rest to fix up his mind a bit. Bobby's probably talking to him.
Here's Small. Shooting, scores. Corey Small. Right into the corner, 6-5.
20 feet outside the dotted line. Just a laser. Excellent goal. And there's a reason Corey Small's in the top of the league in points. Amazing player. St. Catharines originator.
That's a ways outside. And for most guys, you'd let them have that. But when it's Corey Small, you can't.
No, he can't be free with nobody even touching him. You can't give him a shot like that. He's at least got to get touched up.
6-5 game.
Excellent game. Both teams are putting out an effort.
Greg Harnett controlling for Victoria. Passes to Triolo. Triolo to the side. Breber passing it across. Jackson towards Breber. Tried to stay out of the crease. He did, but he lost the ball. Nanaimo trying to transition it. Ball knocked free. Timbermen get it back. Mason Pinn moving up with Stewart. Pin to the net. Plays it across, no shot. Now a shot, and Hagedorn makes the save on Conrad Chapman. Garland.
Both teams are forcing their offense. They could make a few more passes, but it seems like they're wanting to take the ball in the net pretty fast now.
Keep the pace high. Corey Small from the outside again. 5 minutes into the second, 6-5 Timbermen. Higgs, Triolo, shooting stopped by Dubinsky. Looks for the outlet, has a runner up the floor. Jarrett Smith takes the ball down, running towards the net. Jarrett Smith gets to the goal, tried to put it in on the short side, but he couldn't quite tuck it. Big collision. Fagan into a knock with Cullen, or that's Harnett rather, and Cullen going toe-to-toe as Jarrett Smith puts it to the wall. Phillips.
Lots
Lee.
of time, 10 seconds on the clock.
Lee with a bomb, missed with it, gets his own rebound, puts it to the floor, and the Shamrocks steal. Quick transition coming. Dallas Wade running the floor. Peels off to the side wall. He's going to bring the offense out here.
Interesting, Wade ran to the bench. He should have ran away from that. He ran right to his man. Doesn't give the advantage to the ball, the fastball.
Jackson to the side. Corey Small winding up on the run. Small trying to get away. Knocked over, ball went free. Breber recovers at 3 seconds. Breber shoots one, that didn't get through, and then Nanaimo's going to beat out this 30-second clock here. Timberman ball, they're running. On the way up the floor is Cunningham. Cunningham trying to barge through. Cunningham cutting, but he couldn't get a shot. Takes the ball towards safety.
Still
and
20
rips it to the
seconds,
corner.
smart play, fast transition, smart play, didn't get the good shot off.
Nanaimo tries to get organized offensively, and there's a shot that just missed from Eastwood. Gets his own rebound, cutting in tight, and he's stopped by Hagedorn. Rebound, Mickle. Hagedorn gets a piece of that, and he keeps the ball out. Good goaltending from Cody Hagedorn. Here's a loose ball. Sprinting after it, Burns in the Nanaimo zone. 13:23 to go in the second. 6-5 Timberman. Victoria on the ball with Burns. Priolo. Corey Small. Small looking. Dumps it off to the side for Casey Jackson. 10 on the 30. Jackson tries to swim to the front. Now posting up. Jackson low shot. Dubinsky tried to get that one stopped, but it went right by him and in. Wicked release. Fooled Dubinsky. This game's tied 6-all.
Excellent play by Victoria, just continual pressure on the ball. Interesting, Priolo came out and threw a pick on 22 Nanaimo. Kind of a shot from behind, didn't really see it here. You see him getting up in the replay here.
Dubinsky just couldn't pick up that funny release from Jackson. Turned and a low release right around his shoes, and it fools the Nanaimo's goalie. 6-6 tie, shots are 23-21.
Could have been a moving pick almost on Nanaimo, look at that.
Face-off win by the Shamrocks. Up the floor they come with Yeager now. All even again. It was 3-3 after one. It's 6-6 now. Higgs passes the ball. Corey Small. Other way. Triolo, a bomb stopped. Rebound is free. Taylor Stewart on the run for the Timbermen. Stewart gets towards center. Has a man off the bench. Now it's put to the front. Jarrett Smith tried to leap up and grab it, and he couldn't. Ball up for grabs. And Triolo, with his big reach, able to scoop that up and get it to Yeager, who's running towards center.
Tree not low is what his name should be. Not Trio low.
Yeager to the wall with a pass. Played up top by Ray towards Jackson. Jackson looking. Ray winding up, looking for an angle. Couldn't find one, gets away from a check. Forced to the corner though, puts it in front. Triolo shoots one, Dubinsky gets a piece. Reset opportunity here for Victoria. Ball taken away by Nanaimo. Stewart, high arcing pass towards center. Brought ahead by Dexter. Dexter. He'll want to change as Ryan Lee's onto it. Lee to the middle. Gets a return pass from Benedict. Ryan Lee on the run. Lee gets open. Shot misses. Heavy rebound back down the floor, and that'll do it. Dubinsky's going to want to get this ball all the way down if he can. Perhaps it'll be Benedict instead. Rifles it down the floor. Shamrocks will have to come up from their own territory.
Both teams bringing the ball up fast, trying to get that offensive time on the ball. They're getting lots of plays with 20 seconds. It's 21 seconds left here still.
Corey Small to the corner for Jackson. Jackson to Small and tight. Oh, Dubinsky, a great save. Rebound loose. Benedict trying to find it. Here's Triolo in alone. Faking, scores. Triolo with a beauty at 7-6. Shamrocks have their first lead.
So Corey Small got a nice ball out of the corner there for a play, and Dubinsky made a nice save. And the ball kind of pops out, and Triolo gets a good rebound there. Makes a great fake. I mean, he moved the stick 2 feet for that fake. Here he is here, big fake. Nice. Yeah, Dubinsky didn't have much chance on that because it was on a transition too, right? So Dubinsky's kind of standing up, getting away from the ball because he thinks it's going out of the zone.
Hard fake from Triolo to get Dubinsky to bite, and he was able to just run around him. 7-6 Victoria. Shamrocks on a 3-goal run after Nanaimo took the lead at 6-4.
Their first lead here.
First lead of the night. Corey Small from the outside tries to swim in his shot. Dubinsky makes the save. Has a man breaking. Jarrett Smith. High pass to him. Smith tries to take it down and couldn't. Still chasing to the corner. Taken away as it goes from Harnett to Harnett. Here's John taking the ball down towards the net. Backs it off to Casey Jackson. Jackson to the middle. There's a shot from Breber. Able to hold that. Pete Dubinsky. Nanaimo ball, 7-6 Shamrocks. Kyle Dexter moves up and over center.
Interesting, Victoria again trying that high shot screen.
Dexter for Cunningham. Cunningham moves the ball down. Played back to the middle. Mickle has his man Phillips trying to cut in. Puts it in front for Eastwood. Good save, Hagedorn. Rebound is free. Nanaimo's going to get the reset. Ball goes in now. Phillips, Eastwood, across for Ryan Lee. Running in behind the net. Lost his footing. Looking out front as he comes that way. Lee twisting and turning. Puts it across the floor. Pass for Mickle didn't quite work out. And up the floor come the Shamrocks in transition. Burns stops up. Wants to bring out the offense. Burns will pass it off. Casey Jackson onto it again. Shamrocks applauding the work of Burns as it's put back to Higgs. Higgs across to the other side for Fagan. Had 2 first period goals. Fagan tries to knife through. Can't get through. Now he winds and shoots. Dubinsky kicks that out. Rebound into Conrad Chapman's stick. Couldn't quite corral it though. Now he's got to work against Higgs, but a nice job by Higgs. And Victoria's got the ball back. Higgs takes it up top. Backs off. Feeds Corey Small. Winding up from distance. Small puts it down low. Pass across. Jackson making moves. Jackson shooting. Dubinsky stopped that. Had to sprawl to do it. Ball loose in behind. Jay's trying to get it away from Higgs. What a shift from Higgs here. Up for Jackson. Good look. He shoots and Dubinsky able to stop that. Penalty call coming.
And I'm on a hold or elbow?
Might just be an elbowing call. You're right.
Yeah. Interesting there. They're releasing some big shots.
And how about
Jackson
Steve Higgs,
there,
the work on that, coming up with 2 big loose balls.
Yeah, and hard shots going in the net. Those boys are releasing that ball. The goalies, both of them are playing well with this. Although Victoria's pumped up in the shots here. There's been a lot of hard shots.
We saw the replay of
here it is,
Pin with the big check on the elbow.
But the ball was gone. You know, you got to be careful. You know the refs are still on you. They got to be smart and look at the power play chances and the stuff here that's going on. This is only the second. This is the second penalty of this period, right?
Here's Small, winding it up, looking towards the net. Small across the floor. Triolo for Higgs in tight. That was somehow kept out by Dubinsky.
In the crease. Good play by Higgs to get the ball across from Triolo. Of course, they swung it from the left side, way deep to the right, and then back over again. They're making
5-minute major on the elbowing call for Pin.
That's not good.
So Nanaimo in a difficult spot here. Nate Wade's going to try and get the ball rag going. Being pushed towards the line. Double team now, but Wade doing a really good job here, killing more time. Ball's on the floor. Eastwood's trying to win it away from Kenny. Priolo's got it instead. Here's Dallas Wade. Clear cut breakaway. Right to the net. Wade faking, shooting. Dubinsky stayed right with him. Huge stop. Wade's in behind the Timberman goal, and he floats it up top for Priolo. And now the Shamrocks can reset, and they've got lots of power play time. 4 minutes and change remaining in the major. Elbowing call on Mason Pin.
You know, Victoria probably didn't even have to take that ball to the net. That, you know, the chance of a sort of defender.
Corey Small flips it on. Jackson shooting off the pipe. Ball is free. Jackson's trying to find it. It comes back towards center.
You know,
typically gets a short reprieve.
When Victoria's lineup's full, Fagan's usually playing back end. You know, and so tonight he's playing up in the top end. They put him up a bit the other day, they said, and he's doing well. He played in Nanaimo Senior B for a while, too.
Jackson closing. Jackson, Small, shoots and scores. Corey Small, 8-6, Shamrocks by 2.
He picked that corner, beautiful. He just looked, and his stick is magic. He just rolled it in his stick, set it, and put it in that bottom corner. Dubinsky didn't have a chance on that one. Nice shot from outside. And again, he shoots from quite a ways out, but it's a fast release. And a fastball in that. Here we go here. It's out to Corey. He takes a look, bang. It's in.
It just picks the corner so perfectly.
It's so accurate. Deadly accuracy. Deadly accuracy.
2 goals for Small from the outside in this period. Now a 5-goal Victoria run. That's 1 off the major, but Shamrocks still have the power play, and that penalty call on Pinn could be a real talking point in this game.
Yeah, that puts them down by 2 right now. Victoria's taken over the second half of the period again. Nanaimo held on for the first about 5-6 minutes there, a couple goals.
Nanaimo had the lead at 6-4 at one point. Shot in the save by Dubinsky. Rebound goes right back to the Shamrocks, but a weird bounce. Burns able to steal it, though, walks in. Off Jackson, ball free. Jackson tries to recover. Corey Small and Casey Jackson from the outside. Fagan looking. Triolo over to Small. Small, Triolo. Other way, Fagan to the crease, quick stick chance. Great goal from Jackson, and it's 9-6. That was clinical finish.
Interesting, they had a man deep in there just tying up that crease man, the corner man on the short man, and Victoria snuck the guy in behind him, or the guy was behind him, and they had to pay attention to the guy in front on the screenshot from Corey Small. So they have to pay attention to that guy in front, right?
Love the switch there as Triolo moved to the middle and Small.
His foot is in the crease. I thought it looked like it was.
You see it on the replay.
His toe was in the crease, I thought.
We have for our Shaw television viewers, but the goal stands. It's 9-6. That's the second goal off the major for the Victoria Shamrocks.
Shots have really spread out. Victoria's got 37-22 now.
Victoria had the edge by 5 shots after the first period, and that edge is really widened here in the second. Victoria with a 3-goal lead and momentum. 9-6 frame here. 5-goal Shamrock run.
It's 8-5 in Langley right now, or 8-5 in Maple Ridge. Langley's down 8-5 to Maple Ridge.
Timmerman trying to move a ball forward. It's towards the Victoria bench, and Nanaimo's going to get it back here. Key part of the game here for the Timmermen on home floor, down by 3 goals, and seeing their momentum just creep away to a Shamrock team that has used the power play to their advantage here on that major to pin. Here's Lee outside shot, stopped by Hagedorn. Rebound is loose, falling through the crease was Benedict.
He's pushed in, so he's probably going to get the ball back to Nanaimo.
Nanaimo ball, it's the call, but a floor wipe is coming before that with 5:47 remaining.
Well, it's interesting. Victoria has really done. Nanaimo scored the first goal this period. Then Breber got that beauty little flick, that underhand flick. And then Nanaimo Ryan Lee got another one from outside there. And then Victoria's gone on that 5-goal run. And then Nanaimo scored with Ryan Lee and then Casey Jackson again. So Victoria took that big run. It was over a period from the 4-minute mark to the 12-minute mark. So basically about 8 minutes, they got that big 5-goal stretch there.
The key, the Shamrock power play. Corey Small with the first one from the outside. That made it 8-6. And then the beautiful pass to the lip of the crease for Casey Jackson. And the Casey Jackson goal makes it a 9-6 Victoria Shamrock lead with 5:47 remaining in period number 2. They've got the floor wiped right now. And Victoria can do that. Stay close, you know, maybe not at their best, but then you get a chance like a 5-minute major, and that's when they really strike.
Their skill set of moving the ball, making the other teams chase it versus staying ahead of it, they're really good at that. They really do move the ball well. It hasn't been a super physical game. There's been good checks, lots of good pushing, shoving, quite a few good picks and seal-offs. But lots of little penalties. The holdings, you know, a long way from your net. Those can hurt you. And elbow in the corner when you don't have the ball, right? Those type of things can really hurt you. Here's that replay there. That's that elbow play.
Yeah, we see it on our Shaw TV view. Mason Pinn, and he was trying to figure out when he was able to come back, and they did put him back on the Timberman bench, so because they took the major penalty down, of course, after that second Victoria goal. But Pinn is out now and on the bench, and the Nanaimo's back to work on offense. Leading the way is Cullen. Cullen, pass for Ryan Lee. Lee's pass deflects to the corner. Benedict picks it up. Benedict across the floor. Ball bounces into the crease. Shamrocks have it. Hagedorn will look for the outlet pass. Archdeacon will bring it up the floor.
Nanaimo's looking a little tentative right now. They've got to pick up their pace and just start chasing and running again.
Burns, Triolo missed with a heck of a shot from the outside. That'll take it back down to Cody Hagedorn. Just that little goalie switch. Patterson and Hagedorn making a quick switch and almost really changed the momentum of the game. Here's Small with a bomb from the outside. That was stopped. Rebound free at the side for Jackson. Loading up, scores! He's got 4, Casey Jackson.
He just came off around the horn there. He just released it. He knew where the net was. He just left that. And that's, like I said, he has a not a quick release, but it looks strong and heavy, and it moves to the net fast. And it's a long stick, too. He's choked right down on his stick when he's releasing it.
10-6 Victoria lead. What a perfect shot.
And his hands are right at the end of his stick when he lets that go here. And it's full leverage of his stick.
4-goal Shamrock lead, 6-goal Victoria run. Shamrocks running again, delayed call coming against Nanaimo. Here's a pass down low for Yeager. He misses that. Mason Pinn trying to find it.
This is going to be tough for Nanaimo here. That's a quick penalty after a goal, putting them back on an interference call, putting them back up on a power play.
Brody Eastwood's going to argue it.
Caleb's looking pretty frustrated right now, the coach. And, you know, they say the 5-minute they were shorthanded for those 2 goals, and that makes your shorthanded guys tired a bit. They're getting frustrated.
Nate Wade, you can see the frustration on his face in the penalty box.
They got to be smart, though.
Shamrocks up 4.
Victoria loves this power play stuff.
Well, they can sense, everybody in the building can. What's happening is Small took an outside shot, misfired on it. Ball out of play, but a Nanaimo deflection. It's going to be Victoria ball once more.
Did that even hit anybody?
Both teams are thinking it's their ball.
What can we see on a replay? I don't know if we can see a replay on Shaw Cable, but no, they're giving it to Nanaimo. I don't think it hit anything.
Nanaimo ball, breakaway pass. Didn't quite work out.
Well, you want to kill this penalty out, boys. Even though you're down by 4 now, they still have to be cautious. But Victoria's playing well. They've just taken the game back, haven't they?
4:09 remaining in the second. And the Shamrocks have it going now in this period. Small and Jackson have been absolutely crucial offensively. Fagan to Small. Jackson on the move. Jackson for Triolo. Ball batted away. Jarrett Smith's trying to run forward. Makes a pass. Conrad Chapman up with Braden. Chapman scores! Conrad Chapman shorthanded goal, and that could be a big one for Nanaimo.
That's a good helper. Conrad brought the ball. He had a bit of interference happening, or a couple checks on the boards, but he got out of it. Took the ball, looked for the pass, and decided to take a shot. Made a nice down low bounce shot. Nice shorthanded. Specialty teams are making a big difference. Here's the replay here. He just marches in off his shoulder. Nice bounce shot to score. Yeah.
Chapman running the floor, and
here's a nice angle of it. Nice shot. Oh, he caught him on the short side.
Perfect short side shot by the Timbermen's number 23.
Good effort to get the loose ball, too.
Still a minute left in the Victoria power play. Up the floor, Corey Small. Small to Jackson. Back to Corey Small. Fagan from the angle. Jackson looks for his lane. Fagan shooting, missed the goal. Rebound off the glass, recovered by Small. 4 on the 30. Jackson flips it to the crease. Higgs in, stopped by Dubensky. Reset chance here, but Nanaimo gets the ball away. Jake Ems looking long up the floor. Ems, hard bounce pass, brought in by Stewart. Stewart has a man cutting to the front. In tight and a shot wide off the target.
We should have kept that in the stick. You got to hold on to that one with 18 seconds left in the power play.
Eastwood thought he had room, but couldn't find it. Now the Shamrocks are transitioning. We'll see if that is costly. 3 seconds for Casey Jackson. As Nanaimo's going to be back here at even strength.
Even up.
Jackson to the middle. Fagan shoots, missed high. Ball in behind. Nanaimo with possession, looking for the outlet. Jay coming forward. 2:25 to go in the second. Victoria 10, Nanaimo 7. Ball is arced ahead, and the team men have it. Phillips waits for his mates to get organized. Benedict moves it down to Cullen. Cullen Across the floor. Cunningham making moves, 7 on the 30. Cunningham just outside the paint, dropped it off for Benedict, or tried to, but it's crease violation, Victoria ball.
McCullough took off trying to get the ball. Victoria's starting to really fast move the ball out of the zone, and Nanaimo slowed down a bit.
Corey Small from the outside. Small looks. Still Corey Small. Puts it across. There's a big goal from the side. Paul Breber with a great release, but the pass was Corey Small.
Yeah, interesting there. The Victoria Shamrock player cut into the crease, and that's Dubinsky saying. Victoria player come from this side. He didn't get the pass from Corey Small, and he cut into the net and did some interference with the goaltender. But the ball came from the other side. I don't think Pepper, the referee in the corner, saw the interference with the goalie. He was looking to the pass.
Dubinsky was really hot as Breber fired it away there.
There was the guy that ran into him. See if you see he runs on. The Nanaimo player gives him, look at, well, you don't see him. He cuts right through and bumps the goalie. Interesting. He was out of there fast enough, I think. They're talking about it now at the floor, but there's nothing they can do. The referee has to make the call there, and they can't see our replay.
Shamrocks by 4, 11-7, 1:45 to go in the second period. Kenny and Fraser on the ensuing faceoff. Shots are 42-24 in Victoria's favor.
With that 11-7 lead.
Paul Breber, the former Timberman, with his second goal of this period. Nanaimo on the run. Jake Ems coming towards the Victoria nets. Garland forced him off to the side. Ems waits. Passes the ball to Ryan Lee. Lee skipping in, looks at Ems. Still Lee. Passed in for Fraser, low shot, that was stopped. Rebound chance, but a holding call coming against the Shamrocks, and Nanaimo can get their power play out, and almost, Jim, a must score for the Timbermen here, down by 4 with 1:18 left in the period.
All these little holds are interesting today. I guess both teams had the game the other night. And it's a lot of these little holds and the little interferences that can cost you a lot. That one there was, you know, it's in the play. It's not one of those ones 180 feet from your goal.
Fraser puts it down low. Return feed. Ryan Lee's up top. Fraser to Lee. Lee to the other side. There's a shot that misses high.
That's going over, no.
Lee holds it in. Fraser walks in, wires a shot right into Hagedorn, and pushing and shoving between Harnett and Fraser. Hagedorn outlet pass. Goes into Dexter, but Triolo does well to scoop that ball up. Now Triolo lifts it for Yeager. 47 seconds to go in this second period. Nanaimo in the power play, but the Shamrocks are going to try and rag this period out. Paul Breber on the run. In behind the Nanaimo net. Breber comes towards the middle. Still running through. Corey Small. Small tries to make a move around Stewart, puts it back to Triolo. Dexter staying with Triolo. 18 seconds in the period.
Victoria will go for a shot here. You watch. They'll get her down to about 5 seconds, and somebody's going to go to the net.
Triolo trying to swim through. Triolo right to the net, stopped by Dubinsky, and there was the shot you talked about. Nanaimo ball with 4 seconds. Play whistled in. Long bomb down the floor, and the time will tick down as the second period comes to an end. 11-7, Shamrocks leading by 4. A major penalty to Mason Pinn, a big story, and also that massive Victoria 6-goal run. You'll hear from Jim Kipp later on our Shaw TV broadcast, talking about the second period highlights, as well as Lorenzo Jensen coming up as well with Nanaimo head coach Caleb Toth. His thoughts on a second period that certainly got away from his team.
I'm here with the Nanaimo Timbermen head coach, Caleb Toth. And Caleb, not too hard to see that the Shamrocks went on a bit of a run that period. What did the Timbermen need to do to get on a run of their own in the third?
Well, we just got to keep working hard. You know, we got a lot of opportunities. Unfortunately, we took some penalties, which gave them power plays, which that's why they got the lead. And, you know, when you get inconsistency from reffing, it's really frustrating. And so I'm hoping that the third period we get some more consistency with the refereeing, and then, you know, my guys can play. We can play 5-on-5 with these guys any day of the week.
One of these guys that can play for you for sure is Ryan Lee. Tell us a bit about the kind of player he is and about the night he's having tonight.
Well, he's a very exciting player to watch. He's got quick feet and he's got quick hands. He can release that ball, within a second, and the goalies can't see it. They don't see it coming. So that's what makes him really effective, is just his speed and the way that he can shoot the ball.
And just a final question, a thought on your goaltending so far. I know there's a 11 up on the board, but Dubinsky's been pretty strong tonight. A couple of great saves on the power play. Tell us about his season and what he's meant to the Timbermen start.
Well, he's been huge for us all year. He's he's our best defensive player. He gets a lot of shots. That's what he likes. We give them looks on the outside. It's rather the guys shoot from the outside than the inside, and he makes the saves. And he's been great for us all year, and he'll continue to be great for us. And he's a huge, important part of our team.
Really like to thank you for your comments there, Caleb, and good luck in the third. We're going to be back in a moment to look over the scoring recap of the second period. You've got it on Shaw. I'm here with Jim Kipp, and Jim, there was a lot that transpired in that second period.
A 12-goal period and a lot of penalties for interference and little things that can really cost you. And obviously with the power play and the skill set that Victoria has, they pulled ahead there with an 8-goal period, and they're up that 11-7 on Nanaimo. And some of it was a 5-minute major that we'll see a replay of here, and it's an interesting one. So here's our first goal. Nanaimo scored right off the bat in the first period, about 3 minutes in. Ryan Lee on a power play with a really nice outside shot, and they got the goalie moving across on that. Really nice, powerful shot happening. Of course, and then Nanaimo got the Victoria Paul Breberg, and beautiful shot on that. He got a pass from Triolo that had to go down to the ground, and he took his stick nice and low. Triolo does a little back flick. Paul Breber, former Nanaimo player, picks it up and does a nice low underhand shot. Now here's a second goal by Ryan Lee from Brody Eastwood. Nice goal again, a hard shot, good release from Ryan Lee. Nice pass, quick release, goal for Nanaimo. Looking good again. 3 minutes in, they're up. And this is when Victoria starts to make the run. Of course, Corey Small comes through from Jake Archdeacon. Nice shot. Again, he comes around the horn here, lets the ball go. Another nice low shot. Hard to stop for goalie. This one's Chris Jackson coming off the pick on the thing, and another nice low bounce shot for him.
Boy, did they ever make that net ball.
Yeah, here it is there. And there's just a turning, spinning shot there. It's phenomenal. I think the next one here is to Triolo, and he comes across. No, that was again the replay of that last one, Casey Jackson's. I think now this is the Mike Triolo on a turnover. He picks the ball up, makes a great fake on the goalie. And it was a turnover, so the goalie, Dubinsky, was just getting reset to watch the ball go up the floor, and he had to come back, and you see he was actually caught on a big fake and had to flail for that one. Again, now the next goal is Corey Small. Here comes the elbow that cost this penalty here was a bad one. Corey Small comes out, takes another nice hard outside shot to score a power play goal. Just amazing shots, hard from the outside, and there was the one the goalie didn't have a chance again. Played it right across, unbelievable goal. There's Casey Jackson's coming out of the corner with his. Another one that was a power play, and Casey gets 2 in a row. This one, sorry, that's the Nanaimo Conrad Chapman on his goal. Good short-handed goal. He got the play off the boards and took the ball down to score. And then this last one now again is Paul Breber on a nice play from the corner. Again, Victoria's moving the goalie. What they didn't see on that replay, and our cameras might catch it, is one of the Shamrocks actually went into the crease and bumped the goalie, and he kind of cut behind the net, and then the shot was scored. So not much they can do on protest. They couldn't see the replay we had. So there it is, excellent. A 12-goal period, but Nanaimo lost that period 8-4.
Yeah, and they've got a lot of work to do here to get things back to even terms. That was a lot of goals scored in that period, lots of action. And speaking of action, we're going to get upstairs and we're going to listen to you and Dan Marshall and get underway with the third period. Thank you, Jim.
That 5-minute penalty was a real crusher for Nanaimo, the 2 goals. That makes a difference.
The Shamrocks huddled around their crease, and goaltender Cody Hagedorn solid in net so far, but not nearly as busy as Pete Dubinsky. Shots 43-26 in Victoria's favor, listed up on the shot clock here through 40 minutes of play. 43 seconds of power play time on the board on the Nanaimo side. And pretty important for the Timbermen to get one back here. Trailing by 4 so far. Chase Fraser getting ready for the face-off. He would normally be facing Miles Kenny, but Kenny in the box, so it'll be Fagan against Chase Fraser this time around.
12-goal period. That's an interesting one for the fans, but it's not good for Nanaimo losing that 8-4.
No, you're okay if it's 6-6, but 3-3 after one, and then 8-4 Shamrocks in the second. That's 6-goal run, including the 2 goals on the major. Nanaimo setting up on the man advantage here. 11-7 Shamrocks. Ryan Lee on the ball. Puts it across. Fraser from the corner. Fraser moving it up. Looking, shooting. Hagedorn made the stop, and chance for him to outlet right now.
They should be able to rag this 20 seconds off here.
Depends on this pass a little bit, but it's a good one to Triolo. The big man being pushed, but Triolo able to ward off the much smaller checker in Ems. Ems is just going to back off him now. Triolo straightens up his jersey. Miles Kenny's on the floor. Shamrocks to 5-on-5. From distance, Ray to Triolo. Triolo, other way for Corey Small. Small drops the ball down low. Higgs with it. Makes a move. Tries to run by his man, but Jarrett Smith wouldn't let him. Nanaimo gets the ball back. Dexter up towards center. Hangs on to it. Both teams change. And Nanaimo's offense will be led up the floor here by John Phillips. Phillips moves it across for Benedict. Pass again to Ryan Lee. Trying to skip to the net. Lee from the corner. Cross floor pass. Benedict in behind. Trying to get out front. 5 seconds. Lee with a shot. Kick save Hagedorn. Rebound. Benedict trying to scoop that against the wall, and he does. Nanaimo's got the ball again.
Interesting. Nanaimo got a good recovery there. They got the new 30. Victoria's keeping him outside right now, pushing him way outside that dot to make the ball play.
Phillips drops it off towards Mickle. That's broken up. Yeager reading it very well. All over him was Phillips, but Yeager's going to run the floor. Moving the ball ahead. Fagan up on the attack. Casey Jackson, 4 goals, 2 assists for him. Corey Small's working on a 5-point game. He's got it now. Small, nice pass in tight. Jackson scores again. That's goal number 5.
That's unbelievable. Nice play there. He's going hard to the net. Got a bit of a pick there on him.
Those two guys look like they've been playing together for years, but it's newfound chemistry for Jackson and Small.
Yeah, I mean, Corey Small's such a great playmaker, too. That's nice. Yeah, nice quick release. He got the step on the defender. Corey gives him the ball. He's got a big step, lots of time to shoot. He did his own little pick, made it nice. Quick pick, good goal.
12-7, 5-goal Shamrock lead, and they're tracking down the ball. Garland in a collision, but the Shamrocks get the ball back. No reach touch for Victoria today. You're used to seeing that cross-floor duo of Small and Dutch, but not the case here. It's all been the left-handers, Small and Jackson together, and combining beautifully on that 12th goal.
Yeah,
Triolo.
They're strong both sides when those guys are on
They
the floor.
really are, and that's to take nothing away from the guys that are the right-handers for the Shamrocks today. Triolo's played well. Breber's been good in that position as well. Fagan's got a couple of those shots from the angle.
Yeah. But a lot of the plays come from the other side of the
But
floor.
when it's Small and Jackson, it's special right now. And here's Cullen for Nanaimo with a shot, and Hagedorn able to close up. Rebound loose towards the corner. Eastwood trying to find it. Eastwood walks out of the corner. Nanaimo's got the reset here. Benedict passes the ball off. Now it goes to Cullen off the top of his stick. Cullen makes a feed in for Fraser. Fraser from the outside looking. Trying to get by Harnett. Fraser, Lee, shooting. Missed with that up top. Eastwood's after the loose ball. He won't get it. Nanaimo trying to control with Lee. And Yeager doing a nice job to force the Timbermen. They just have to throw the ball back down the floor.
A good couple of possessions by the Timbermen there, but again, Victoria's making them stay outside that dot. They're not getting the ball into the net like they can.
16:21 on the clock running for the Shamrocks. Into the corner. Corey Small. Small setting up. Fagan other way. Fagan to Breber. Small dumps it off to Jackson. Jackson looking. Feeds it. Breber tried to go other way, but the ball goes out of play, and Nanaimo's going to get the ball back. 5-goal spread, 12-7. Shamrocks leading. Only goal of this period so far, a beauty from Casey Jackson.
Yeah, for his 5th.
5-goal game for him. Here's Ryan Lee skipping in a shot. Hagedorn stops it. He's got the ball in his gear, and you don't mind Ryan Lee shooting from out there, but Hagedorn stared him down that time.
He's coming down, pads down too, so there's no rebound. He's blocking that rising shot out of the stick. 9-6 Maple Ridge over Langley. I think it's just about over.
15-minute offset from the start of that game to the start of this game. Ray moves it in. On the run, Jackson all alone, faking Dubinsky. A great save, but Casey Jackson was all by himself.
How do you let the guy with 5 goals sneak in behind you like that? Boy, they got to be caught. That's a lack of floor awareness there. They got to be smart on that. The Timbermen have had their possessions. Shots are 46-30 now. Victoria's obviously had to outshot them, but Nanaimo's got its possessions and working some offense.
Fraser a shot. That was stopped by Hagedorn. There's shot 31. Reset for the Timbermen. From the outside, it's Brody Eastwood. Eastwood tries to cut through, shooting. Hagedorn another save. Yeager's after the loose ball, and Victoria starting ahead. Yeager looking. Nice pass, Corey Small. Shoots and scores. Corey Small makes it 13-7.
Pulled Dubinsky to this side and then puts the ball to the other side of the floor. Nice pass. Corey Small, giving him the ball in tight there. You're asking to be scored on, isn't it?
Well, and Jackson just got open moments earlier. He didn't score, but Yeager does the smart thing. You've got a running Corey Small. Give him the ball.
Give him the ball.
He'll do the rest.
He's coming off the net. Nice shot. Just a quick off his shoulder. Pick the far side.
The Shamrocks have now scored 9 of the last 10 goals in the game.
Yes.
Nanaimo had a lead at 6-4 at one stage of the game, and it's now 13-7 the other way. Phillips on the run to the net for Nanaimo, getting in tight, tried to bounce it through Hagedorn.
Oh, here we go. There's going to be chaos for sliding into the goalie.
Huge scrum right now.
Goalie give him a shot too. There's probably going to be a 2-minute for that if they've seen it. They give him a.
Looked like the back official had his arm in the air.
Yeah, it did.
Everybody's separating without too much incident. I thought there might be one, and I don't know, that might help Nanaimo at this point to maybe get into something like that.
Get the blood boiling a bit might help, because they seem to have, they look at them how they're walking off the floor here. And you got to run off the floor. You got to keep your body moving, and this is a bit disheartening as a coach when you sit back sometimes when you see your guys kind of not giving that extra. Like now is the time you got to keep your body moving, running. You got 14 minutes left. You've been in 2 games in 2 days, and you got to go hard, and you got to keep it in motion. And they're having a little trouble.
Hard crash by Phillips, and then Hagedorn, as Phillips was going into him, gave him that little shot that you saw. And they're going to bring out the mop here to towel off that crease.
The 2-minute probably be for the, I don't know what they'll call it. Might have been, who was the man, 42, got the penalty? But
it was
I don't know
Burns that got the call. You wonder if it might have been Hagedorn for the shot, but it would have been his number 50 up on the board. So
yes.
Burns is the guy that gets the call.
Yeah, it's.
This game was really tight through the early part of the second period, and we thought it might stay toe-to-toe, but boy, did Victoria ever take over effectively. And there you see the Jackson goal to open up the period on our Shaw TV replay. Small to Jackson, the wonderful chemistry, and then Yeager with the great feed, and Corey Small puts another one in.
You
and
see Small, when he picks that ball up in his stick, he takes that extra effort. He just closes opens up that distance just every time he gets the ball. So here we go to the game again live.
Ryan Lee up top, moves the ball into Eastwood. Eastwood loading, passing. Lee, Eastwood shooting. Hagedorn the stop up high. Rebound free. Timbermen get it back. Nice recovery from Cullen. To Lee to Cullen again. Cullen fakes, shoots. Hagedorn stopped that rising shot.
They got to start putting that, I think, on the bounce shot on them, trying to go top corner. Too many men, Victoria, or too fast, Victoria out of the bench.
Corey Small has to go back in the bench, and Nanaimo takes the ball back. 6 minutes into the third, 13-7. Victoria leading by 6. Timbermen set up with Cullen, shoots and scores, top corner.
Every time I talk about them shooting low, they go score top corner or they release the ball to the net. That's good. That was a nice shot in the cut, and of course what he did is moved the ball and then moved his feet, right? As soon as he moved his feet, Lee gave him the ball back.
Jake Cullen with a nice finish. Nanaimo back to within 5. Still lots of time left. And you can't shoot it any better than Jake Cullen did there over the shoulder.
No. Yeah, well, that's a nice give and go, right? He gives it to Lee, and Lee gives it right back to him, and he takes a step. The defender turned to Lee, and Cullen stepped in, made a nice shot. Nanaimo's got to do 2 or 3 more of those to put this back in the game here. This is that 5-goal spread right now, right? This is that thing they let go in the second period.
That's exactly it. Victoria's going to get the ball off the face-off. 13:50 remaining in regulation time. Shamrock ball, Triolo to take it. It has been the Jackson and Small show, and they've got the ball right now. Corey Small, Paul Breber, Small again. Moves it down low for Jackson. Fagan wants it up top. Jackson turning, Small again, waits, shoots, missed the goal, high rebound. Breber tried to take it down, he was hit. Ball flipped into the corner. Fagan tries to recover it, 6 on the 30. Smith bumps into Fagan. Jarrett Smith for the Timbermen takes the ball away, and Nanaimo's going to bring up the offense.
Interesting there, Corey Small shot the ball and he followed through, but he doesn't really, his stick's not going super fast or hard. It's such an accurate shot. You didn't really hardly even hear the follow through.
Phillips, Ryan Lee moves on McCullough. Lee to the front. Oh, and they call the pick there as Cunningham got wide open.
Yeah, he took Ben McCullough from behind, knocked him down. He probably gets an extra rub when you're going in McCullough. Eh? When you're going to set the pick on him, you're going to give him the extra rub, the extra bump. He plays with a lot of heart.
Shamrocks on the ball. Casey Jackson. Jackson to the middle. Winds, shoots. Dubinsky got a piece. Rebound Stewart. Look for the long outlet. Now he lobs it up for Pinn. Mason Pinn running towards the net. Pinn waits for the offense to come on and join.
Pinn had a great game last game, but he's been a bit quiet tonight.
He was the player of the game for Nanaimo Friday. Fraser shot from the outside. Hagedorn the save. He's got the ball in his gear. He's waiting for that whistle. Trying to stutter step long enough for the whistle to go, which it eventually did.
Yeah, you don't want to move once you felt that ball hit you. You want to stay there because you can kick it in just as easy as you can kick it out.
Shamrocks by 5. 12:08 remaining in period 3. Ray. Small. Corey Small. Forced back. Triolo shoots. Dubinsky closes down, hangs on to the ball. Looks for the outlet. Goes short. Brandon Smith will move Nanaimo up the floor. Matt Benedict.
Slower come up the floor each time now. They got to make that pressure. They got to be under pressure here in this last 11 and a half minutes.
Mickle. Other way, Cunningham to the front for Benedict. In close, great save. Hagedorn rebound, and Benedict almost went into the net. The ball never did, but Benedict was up over the crossbar.
He was hanging on top of the goalie there for a bit. And what's
Shamrocks are just going to have to, I think, bring the ball back. Hagedorn had to stop Benedict more than he had to stop the ball there.
Yeah, and it was incidental contact. Nothing happened after, which is good. The teams haven't played super physical tonight. Lots of good checks in that, but not super physical.
Penalties have really slowed down, too. As you said earlier, a lot of those calls have been the holding-type penalties.
A little interferences and holdings.
Wade in behind his own net for Nanaimo. Nanaimo 3-3 on the season. Shamrocks at 5-1-1. The class of the league, and certainly they have showed their class in this game. Jackson and Small leading the way. And not a lot of easy real estate for Nanaimo at the other end. Here's Cullen. He scored Nanaimo's last goal, looks for another, but Hagedorn stops his shot, and he's got the ball.
Both goalies are squeezing the ball tonight a bit, too. They're making the save, and then you can see they're standing tall.
Ray down the flank. Looks back, and he's got Breber. Corey Small. Winding up. Small shoots, and Dubinsky made the stop. Once again, he holds on to the ball, looks for the outlet. Long down the floor, right on the money. Here's a nice move for Ems, and he just missed with his shot. Did well to get that away, but then he missed the goal in the final analysis.
Nice play, nice try by Nanaimo. Ems took the ball in the net hard.
Good pass from Dubinsky and a way to take it down from Jake Ems, but couldn't make the shot at the end. That would have certainly had the building buzzing.
Yeah, Victoria's calmed the game down here a bit. They're swinging the ball lost from side to side.
A miss from Triolo. Corey Small from the outside. 5 seconds. Small to Jackson. Jackson around Jay. Jackson in. Scores. He's got 6. Casey Jackson.
That looked really smooth and easy for him, didn't it? He made a nice fake on his first shot. Made a nice fake to go around the guy, kind of a shot fake swim. And dipped the stick down and took it past him and made a nice shot. I mean, his shot's going, it's working tonight.
Well, the amazing thing is he was trying to beat out the 30 as much as anything there when he made that initial move. And he ends up just putting it right behind Pete Dubinsky. And Nanaimo's going to make a goaltending change. And from the tap that Caleb Toth just gave Pete Dubinsky as he came to the bench, this is not one that he wants to pin on the goalie.
That hit the post, hit Dubinsky and went in.
And you can see Dubinsky's reaction afterwards. What do I have to do against this guy?
Yeah, that 6 goals. Excellent game, and that's nice to do those record games for yourself sometimes. And Jackson's definitely put the ball hard in the net tonight.
6-goal lead again. Small and Jackson putting on a show.
51 shots for the Shamrocks, 39 for the Timbermen.
There's everybody else on the floor, and then there's those 2 guys just at another level tonight.
Yeah, it's just they are. Small's an amazing player. The run 2 years ago for the Mann Cup, he was amazing. Everybody's stacking up, though, because this is Mann Cup year, so some of these other teams. New West was a tough game with them the other night.
12-12 on Friday night.
Overtimer.
A few fights in that game, too.
Yeah, it was just a couple of fisticuffs.
Benedict put it to the side. Ryan Lee shoots over the top. Ball to Mickle. Back to Lee. Across the floor. Cullen, or rather Eastwood, trying to knife his way through. Eastwood to the corner for Phillips. Phillips goes to the other side. Ryan Lee making moves. 5 seconds. A chance. Eastwood couldn't get his shot through. Still a loose ball. Benedict backhanded one. It goes in. Nanaimo scores. Benedict just beating out the 30.
Put the ball in the net. A little spin backhand. He put the ball in the net. Ryan Lee kind of bobbled the ball when he wanted to take a shot, and it got down there. And that counts. It's good for Nanaimo to get that in. They needed some luck change.
And there was some amazing English on that ball for it to go in. It almost looked like it was going to get hung up, and then it just squeaked over the line.
Typically, the ball bounces high in its first bounce and then long in its second one. That's what that did. Popped up, went down, and took the long bounce. Oh, yeah, he just took a nice kind of, he's a right-hander. He took that spin backhand. Nice to get lucky sometimes.
Matt Benedict, 14-9. Fraser's trying to win the face-off, and he just bulldozed Kenny down to the floor. It looked like Kenny had a grapple on Fraser, and then Fraser just threw him down, and they're both going to get a call.
It looked like Kenny was going to try and throw him, and Fraser flipped into the dirt. Well, let's see if we look at Kenny. He's got his, you can't whine like that. You got tossed. You tried to toss somebody, and you got taken down. Fraser's a strong kid, eh?
Both guys are going to go here, and they're yapping at each other as they go to the box.
Here it is here. Look at this here. Oh, there's the flick.
Kenny was all over him, and then Fraser just basically threw him off.
Yeah,
I don't have a big problem with both guys going there. You had one guy with the grapple and then one guy with the takedown at the end. And we got a real good view of it on the replay.
That's a decent takedown. I'll give him a point in MMA.
9:06 on the clock, 4-on-4, and Nanaimo will have the ball from this. We'll see if that goal by Benedict gives Nanaimo any life. They've had a hard time getting runs in the back half of this game as the Shamrocks have really taken over. Here's Eastwood shooting. Good save, Hagedorn. Grabs the ball, looks for the outlet. Rifles a bomb down to Triolo, or rather Priolo this time. Priolo to Small, cutting in, and a big stop by DiGirolamo. Rebound is free. Priolo controlling for the Shamrocks.
Why is Priolo on the floor? He hasn't been out much, has he?
Offensive role for him here.
Probably just to keep things quiet on the floor, put a kid like him on.
Corey Small, 6 seconds on the 30. Small waits, small shoots. DiGirolamo stops him, grabs the loose ball, and Nanaimo can move out in the 4-on-4. Delayed call against the Shamrocks to come here. Benedict. Still Benedict.
Goalie out for Nanaimo, going to 6-man.
Delayed call, that's why.
Yeah, I wondered who's going into the middle here.
Phillips passing off. Phillips gets it back, shooting up in the helmet. Oh, that one really stung Hagedorn, took it square right in the face.
On the mask on that one, yeah. That'll give him a bit of a break, too. That took it hard.
And he's just trying to, right now, get rid of that ringing in his ears.
And those bright stars.
Yeah, grab a drink and try and regain your bearings.
It's interesting now there with the concussion centers there. There's this boom. Yeah, that's it. Look how fast that left his mask.
A lot of times it'll be a glancing blow. That one squared him right up in the face.
That was straight on. Probably even bent part of his mask. Interesting. Yeah, goalies are gallant, especially in this sport because the shot comes from anywhere and everywhere. And there's lots of screenshots.
A shot like that, you can't read it.
No.
There's no way. It's
kind
physically impossible.
He's got the stick and it's up and he's kind of slicing the stick down as he's shooting, so the ball is coming out in a quick release and at an odd angle out of the stick.
He's gathering the gear once again. John Phillips right at the arc too.
Yeah, that was
right square in the face. And here comes Nanaimo on the power play now. 4-on-3 situation here. Misfiring a pass though. Lee to Cullen. Cullen towards the crease. Lee up top, waiting, shooting, deflected away by Priolo. 12 seconds, Ryan Lee. Jake Cullen, Ryan Lee again to the crease. Here's Cullen walking in. His shot misses. Rebound. Cunningham couldn't find it, nor could Cullen. Now a shot stopped by Hagedorn. Rebound Eastwood. He couldn't get the shot. Cullen again. Play whistle down. Nanaimo's going to get the ball back.
New 30 on Nanaimo for push into the crease. And there's 17 seconds on the even penalties.
Timberman coming close. Cullen faking. Cullen. Lee shooting, but he missed high. Rebound goes back down towards Mike DiGirolamo, now a net for the Timbermen.
They've changed their shots a little bit because he's coming over, so he's doing his knee slides, trying to block those balls, so they've taken it up top. Here's 2 men out now.
Pass towards the crease. 5-on-4 Nanaimo power play.
With a minute left.
Here's Lee skipping in. Lee shot. I think that was off Hagedorn, Nanaimo ball.
Reset there for Nanaimo. 6:50 left in the game.
Cullen.
Just under a minute in the penalty.
Cullen, Lee, Fraser, shot blocked. Ball bounds back towards the Shamrock bench. Ryan Lee back to recover. Still half a possession here. 6:35 on the game clock. 14-9, Shamrocks by 5. Fraser with a bomb shot, and Hagedorn made the save, and it was rolling behind.
Yeah, he turned quickly to see where that one was because he felt it roll off him.
Miles Kenny inside the Nanaimo end.
Going to get a holding call on that shirt if they're not careful. Look, Kenny.
Gets away. Wow. Miles Kenny to the net. Kenny shooting and he missed the goal. Rebound pops out of play, but what a show of strength there by Miles Kenny.
Yeah, get extra effort along the boards there to get out of there and get a shot off.
Oh, your teammates will love that as he heads to the bench. Nanaimo on the ball. Cullen puts it in front. Low shot, and Hagedorn a good save on Cunningham. Nanaimo gets the ball back. Chance in tight. Diving play from Fraser, and he was stopped by Hagedorn. The officials getting everybody away from the pile, and they're going to call for the wipe.
Yeah, nice dive across there. He tried to reach out and get that ball in the net on the Gary Gate dive.
Big save there by Hagedorn as Fraser made a power dive too. That's just a guy who's a big man selling out to try and get the goal, but a better stop by the Victoria netminder.
Yeah, he made a nice dive there, stuck his toes on the crease and come across nice there. Yeah, the game has picked up a little again. Nanaimo, that goal, Nanaimo, lucky goal, Nanaimo got them back in the game here. They've slowed Victoria down a bit.
They're putting a press on, but now you see Hagedorn at his best in the third period when maybe Victoria has sagged a little bit with the large lead.
He's got the saves for him right now, and that's been helping, right? That's a nice dive.
And Hagedorn able to push off the post as Fraser pushed. Hagedorn pushed with him. That's great goaltending. Victoria ball with 5:52 remaining in a 5-goal spread.
At the end of that, Hagedorn come out and McCullough pushed him back in the net to get back. He was out nattering. Victoria in the possession, Corey Small on the boards with the ball.
Triolo other side, dumps it down low. Small again to Jackson. Jackson looking. Ray puts it down towards the crease. Mason Pinn trying to get there ahead of Casey Jackson. And Nanaimo's going to hopefully pick up the ball, says Pinn, and yes, that's exactly what he does. Pinn moves it along now for Benedict. Benedict flips it on for John Phillips. Phillips to Cullen. Cullen driving in. Shot into Hagedorn, makes the save. Northway takes it from the crease. On the run, Dallas Wade. Wade drops it back. Paul Breber. Moving towards the net. Breber passes the ball off. Jackson, Small, Triolo, and good save. DiGirolamo rebound loose on the floor. And DiGirolamo able to range out, pick that ball up, makes the outlet, and he's got Braden. 4.5 to play. Nanaimo bringing up the offense here. Controlling on the outside, being grappled is Stewart. Relinquishes the ball, now it's fed up top for Cunningham. Cunningham, Fraser. Fraser makes a move, trying to dart through. Ball goes loose for Lee. Ryan Lee puts it back. Stewart grabs it. 32nd class going to wind down on Nanaimo here. Great defensive set by Victoria that time. There was just nowhere to go. The officials wanting everybody to settle down here, and
Ben McCullough going off of Eastwood, give him a lesson in chaos.
here's Fagan. 4 minutes even on the clock and a 5-goal Shamrock lead. All goes back to Small. Ray trying to cut through. He's got Fagan in behind. Ray looking, passing. Higgs shoots, missed the goal, rebound. Nanaimo's got it. Jarrett Smith up ahead of the play. Ems running towards the net. Ems shooting, and I think that hit Hagedorn or maybe the
I
post.
think it went off Hagedorn and hit the post and come way out.
Fagan lost possession by the Nanaimo bench. Ball hit the open door, and Nanaimo's trying to get it back.
Yeah, interference on Fagan on a late one. Didn't realize this guy had the ball.
3:27 and the clock running. And I was really caught up in the shots. 54 for Victoria, 47 for the Timbermen, but still the lead is 5.
That second period breakdown is still the tail of the game.
That 8-4 second period, that 6-goal run. And here's Jackson in, scores. He's got 7. Casey Jackson, a marvelous night. And what a run there. DiGirolamo just caught standing and watching a player walk in and pick the corner.
Coming in fast, he peeled off his man really easy. The defender must be tired at that point now because he just got to peel off him and go straight to the net. No one even touching him. You give a guy a shooter like that, here he goes, curls around his man, wide open, no one near him. I don't think
his ability to get alone.
There was no call for help on that either. No one come from the cross side. Yeah, he just takes a little stick dodge to his right and scores.
Not too many 7-goal and 2-assist nights in the WLA, but Casey Jackson has one for himself right now.
Yeah, he's got a 9-pointer. It's an impressive game.
He has been excellent. Corey Small has too, but the guy with 7 goals, I think, gets the nod there between the two of them.
I would suggest first star.
Yeah. Cullen for Nanaimo.
Yeah.
Trying to get something going, but it's a 6-goal spread with 2:40 left. Cullen cuts around the goal, tries to flip it across, goes right into Hagedorn.
Yeah, the score's gotten Nanaimo's energy down. Their energy level's down.
It's pretty tough to watch when two guys are having the type of night that Jackson and Small are together. It's hard to keep that emotional energy up. Small from the outside towards Jackson. He's got another. But
I thought that was a crease.
It is going to count.
It's a count.
Goal number 8, point number 10.
Yeah, I don't know if he was in. I don't know if he was in on that, but you got to give him credit. First star +1.
I think if you're the official there, you just say, he knows where his feet are.
Yeah,
We're going to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Here it goes here. Here it is here. Oh, I don't know. Let's see what you think here.
No, that's a clean goal.
Yeah, he didn't touch down.
Wow.
He didn't touch down before goals was in. So.
We see the replay of it, and yeah, the guy who's got 8 goals, he knows where his feet are. 16-9 Shamrocks. And that is just wonderful to watch. Absolutely wonderful to watch.
Man, he's going in there free and clear. Good. You know, he probably doesn't even have a bruise from some of them shots.
1:50 to go. Shamrocks again. Corey Small from the outside. Small shoots. Missed that time. Rebound. Chapman taken down. Chapman shaken up.
Knee hurts. Knee hurts.
He's trying to get to his feet here. And the Timberman would like to see him get to the bench, and he does under his own power. Big collision there. Fagan and Pin, and Fagan took the worst of that one.
Well, I'd just like to say happy Father's Day to everybody, all the fathers from lacrosse and all the single mothers of lacrosse who turned out to be fathers for their kids. I think it's a wonderful day and good for the Nanaimo. I got to say the only father I miss this year is former lacrosse player Dougie Angrove, who passed away a couple of weeks ago. His service is next week in Victoria. He was the Victoria Fire Chief, lacrosse player with the Nanaimo Timbermen, phenomenal man, passed away way too early.
Well, and great to see, too, as we talk about Father's Day, all the young kids on the floor for the intermissions. Yeah. A real good crop out there enjoying the floor, enjoying this game. And the Shamrocks with 50 seconds left, up 7, 16-9, on the strength of 8 goals and 2 assists from Casey Jackson. A 10-point day. And Corey Small in on most of them as well.
Took me half a year to get 10 points. Eh? So a guy gets it in one game, eh? Skill sets, different skill sets.
Phillips from the outside for Nanaimo, winding and shooting, missed on the far side. Rebound, put on net by Fraser.
He's got a laser for the net there, doesn't he?
He certainly does. We saw him score from that angle earlier this week against Maple Ridge. Nanaimo gets a reset here, 16 seconds.
Yeah.
They're looking to get one more, hit double figures. Phillips up top, 10 seconds. Fraser, he has 2 goals so far. Fraser shoots. Hagedorn makes another save. Rebound to the wall. Nanaimo's going to take one more shot if they can find a way to get loose. Cullen doesn't.
Oh, big second period for them. It really helps. Here's the 3 stars.
Well, no question about who the stars are in this game today. The big men for the Victoria Shamrocks leading the way. 7-2. And that'll be updated to 8-2 for Casey Jackson. And for Corey Small, I believe he's got 3 goals and 6 assists for a 9-point game. There you see DiGirolamo and Ray having one final conversation. And yes, there's a lot of bad blood, but there's a lot of mutual respect, too, between these 2 island rivals.
We're here with Casey Jackson, the game's first star from tonight. And Casey, you know, we were looking at your stats, and in your previous 4 games, you had 9 goals, 7 assists. For 16 points, which is impressive in its own right. But tonight you blew us away with 8 goals, 2 assists for 10 points. Tell us a little bit about your night and what was going through your mind.
I think everybody has their day when it comes once in a while, so I think I was just feeling a little bit on. I got to give credit to the guys that I play with, obviously. They make my job a lot easier. So, like Small and Higgsy on the left side, and the righties are taking away the pressure for us, which is nice. So they just did a really good job, and I happen to finish.
You know, there seems to be an undeniable synergy between you and Corey Small. And so maybe you can tell us a little bit about how much experience you've had playing with him and how long and how you guys developed that.
This is actually our first year playing together. We played in training camp when he got back from the Stealth a little bit, but it's mostly just been the 4 games that we played together or so. But playing with that guy, he makes everybody look good. So he seems to thread the needle in the middle of the floor pretty nicely, and he finds me open all the time. So and he takes a lot of pressure away. Guys know that he's a sniper too, so he takes a lot of credit with taking the guys away and giving me some open floor.
Well, you guys looked fantastic tonight, and we're hoping that we can get a little bit of insight from you. We're going to run some film here and some highlights. Maybe you can walk us through some of these goals.
It looks like Small's pretty much bringing the guys over. On that one, I guess I just I saw Small coming down, and I used him as a screen on that shot so the goalie couldn't see. But Coach gave us the rundown with shooting hips and stuff like that, so that's where I was trying to put that one.
That was a nice spin around shot.
Yeah, that one there, I just went and set a pick on Small, and they seemed to both jump on him, and I was wide open, and like I said, Small can find you at any time in the game. So I guess this one here came down. They seemed to be jumping to Small again, so I just brush picked and came in on the goalie, and hip side, like Coach said again. Yeah, try not to step in the crease. Yeah.
That's always the goal. Yeah, that was just a huge night for you. And, we see we've taken a couple of lumps and bruises, but I bet you they'll heal a lot easier when you're sitting at home recounting the events of the game.
Definitely name of the game, so it is what it is. Yeah.
I'd like to thank you very much for your time and going over those goals with us, and good luck as you continue developing with this team.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Once again, that's Casey Jackson, the game first star here in Nanaimo, and 16-9 was the final here. The victorious Shamrocks being victorious here on the road, being able to take this version of the battle on the island. And that's basically a wrap here from Nanaimo. 16-9 was the final. Great battle here tonight, and we look forward to the next installment. And this has been a WLA action here on Shaw. I'm Lorenzo Jensen.